and welcome to My Cup of Yarn podcast, episode number 6. It's been a while since I recorded for obvious reasons because, the first few months with a newborn are pretty challenging, and I actually wanted to be able to show you something. And since I don't have that much of knitting time as I used to have, it's kind of, impossible to record an episode every 2 weeks, let's say. So yeah, that's it. And my brain has been quite a mush since my daughter was born. So sorry for that. I actually I made notes in my phone, like episode number 6, and these bullets, because I'm sure I would forget something if I didn't do that. So I will be checking now and then those notes I wrote down. And yeah, today I have 2 finished objects, some whips, new yarn, and at the end of this video I want to talk about what's been going on in my life a little bit, and about some Czech traditions, like this Czech version of Halloween, let's say. So if you are interested in that, you're welcome to stay with me after I stop talking about this yarn and knitting related content, and just enjoy my blabbing again. And I forgot to introduce myself. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Klara, and I'm a knitter based in the South Moravia, which is a region in the Czech Republic. And in this podcast, I share my knitting experience, my projects, and also a little bit like pieces of my personal life, let's say, and information about the place I live. Yeah, and if you are I'm so grateful you're back, and I'm glad you are back. And yeah, I saw that. I've told you, my brain is so much. It's been a much recently. So let's do this. I just a sip of my drink. Okay, so first I should grab that phone of mine. Okay, and today is a really sunny, like this nice, bright, sunny autumn day, which is great, but maybe the light will interfere a little bit or will be changing a little bit. I don't know, sorry for that if that's bothering you, troubling you. I can influence nature. So no, I didn't want that. Okay, see? I made notes. Okay, so we'll start with my finished objects. And maybe what am I wearing? Yeah, that's my flax sweater. I knitted it with Plötulopi. This is light ash heather colorway. And I talked about this sweater in my very first episode, and I will be talking about it in my Icelandic knitting episode, which is coming really soon. I know I've been talking about it a lot, but I have just one sweater to finish and one headband for my cousin, and then I'm really going to record it because I will have enough garments in Plötulopi or Plötulopi. So please be patient a little bit more. Okay, my finished objects. So since I'm really into baby wearing, I needed something to cover my neck and how do you call this part? I should Google that. Just wait. Oh, it should be low cut neckline. Okay, so just cover my neck and my neckline. I know, because we call this décolleté in Czech. And I found that, you know, right now you can use that French word even in English, but I don't know how to pronounce it. So my neck and my low neckline. Yeah, just this part. Let's stick to that. And oh, I dropped my oh shush. I dropped my my neck warmer. So yeah, I'm into baby wearing, and when I'm wearing my daughter in front of me, and we have a jacket on, but this stays like exposed to wind and to cold, and I also need to breastfeed her now and then when she's in the carrier and we are outside. So, which is impossible if you have a sweater on, or even if you, and also I need something like just to cover my neck and this part when it's not too hot outside. I don't want to wear a sweater. And once I wore a slipover, which was great because my neck was warm, my body was warm, but that's the problem with breastfeeding. You can't really, like, you know, pull it up and breastfeed a baby. So I was like, okay, I need a neck warmer because, you know, this stays warm, but still she has access to the nipple and she can be glued to the nipple. So that's why I decided to knit a neck warmer, and I didn't want like this cowl type. I just really wanted this type that looks like, you know, turtleneck, but just turtleneck sweater, but ends here. And I found a perfect pattern from CaMaRose, and it's called Liblink neck warmer, and it's like this. It's perfect. I can show it to you actually. So, oh, the light. So it's a really kind of high turtleneck, and then all of this is nice and covered, and this part on the back is not as deep as in the front. When I was making it, I thought it's same on the front and on the back. It's not. So when I was knitting it, I was kind of afraid that this back part won't be like long or deep enough, but it's just all right. And this is also just all right, and it's really warm, so I'm going to take it off. And I decided for this color because I have one ball of Tilia, which is mohair from Filcolana, in the color Red Squirrel left from my How Deep Is Your Wee sweater, and I wanted to use it because, and actually the original pattern also uses really similar color. And the yarn it calls for is Alpaca 3 from Isager. So I bought that yarn, and it's incredibly warm, squishy, soft. I love it. And I think need a sweater knitted with Alpaca 3. Like really, I need it. And the pattern calls for 2 strands of mohair and 1 strand of Alpaca 3, but I had just one ball of mohair left, so I just went with 1 strand of mohair, 1 strand of alpaca, and it's just okay. So if you ever wanted to, yeah, you know, knit this neck warmer and you don't want to use 2 strands of mohair, it's totally okay. You can get the gauge easily with just 1 strand. Okay, that's it. One thing, it has kind of memory to it. So when you just like, you know, fold it here, for example, then you can really see it. Yeah, so that's, no, this here. So that's one maybe a disadvantage of this yarn. It does have memory, but I don't really mind. So that's my, yeah, that's the color. It's my Liebling, and actually Liebling, it's a German word, maybe in Danish, I don't know, but definitely German, and it means favorite, or it means when you call someone my Liebling, it means like honey or baby. It's kind of nice. And I needed just 1.5 ball of alpaca 3 to knit this, and I was like, okay, I don't like hats and I don't have a headband, and I need a headband. So I decided to knit a matching headband, but I ran out of my mohair, and I was like, I don't know, I knitted almost 2/3 of the headband. I was like, okay, when I buy extra skein, extra ball of mohair, it won't, solve the problem with the extra mohair. So I reached to my, not mine, but I'm in a Facebook knitting group, which is like run by the owners of my favorite yarn shop, and I asked there if anyone has a rest of this Tilia in the red squirrel colorway, and one lady did, and she sent it to me, and it was 14 grams, and I needed like 3 grams to finish the headband, but never mind. So I now still have a rest of mohair, but not as big as it could have been. So the headband is really improvised. I just knitted like 1 by 1 rib, and I twisted it at front. I wet blocked it yesterday, so, and I gotta stretch it so the ribbing is kind of visible. I can show it to you again. And as you can see, again, this, this is memory. It has memory, just, I don't really mind. And I think I could have knitted it, like shorter. It's 50 centimeters long, and it's not as snug as I want it to be, but today I've been wearing it for like 1.5 hours, and it stayed in place, so I think I'm good, and I don't have to unravel any rows, and it looks like that. I think it's really pretty, and I never thought myself as a headband person. I always thought that I don't look good in headbands, but I think that now I do. I don't know, it's just I like how it looks. It's comfy and it's warm, and it just goes nicely with my neck warmer. So if you want to knit this, be aware that you can even make matching headband. And actually, if I had used 2 strands of mohair, I would have enough. I would have had enough leftovers to make this headband without asking someone else for the yarn. So just, and actually I love the pattern so much that I decided to knit this neck warmer with a headband for my mother as a Christmas present, and I will be using the same yarn, alpaca free, but as an off-white color, and some off-white or light beige mohair from Filcolana Tilia. I have to choose some really nice color. To go with the off-white tone. So yeah, and I finished this in 3 days. It's really quick. Like even the headband took me 2 days. So like in 5 days, if you have at least like 1 hour 1 to 2 hours of knitting time a day. You can finish it in 5 days and you're good to go. So it's a perfect Christmas present. And yeah, the knitting time. I used to have like solid 6 hours of knitting time before my daughter was born, and now I'm really lucky when I get 1 hour a day, but still I'm able to knit something, which is good. Like, I think there'll be only a few 5-day stop in the last month when I didn't have time to knit at all, which is good, Okay. So again, I'm always like, there's a stool, as tripod on the stool, there's a mobile phone in the tripod, and when I touch the stool, the tripod just goes like this. Sorry for it. Okay. The next, I have to drink. The next thing I've been working on is a sweater for my son. It's a pattern from Jessica McDonald. I've already knitted one sweater designed by her. It was the fletching sweater, and this was for my daughter. And this sweater is for my son. It's a little bit more advanced. It's my second color work, and I think I finally like getting better at the right tension, and my flows looks better. And this time I also, for the color work part, I decided to go 1 needle size up. And when I was knitting it, I was like, after, let's say, 10 stitches, I just stretched the fabric, so the flow, in order to stretch the flows. And I think it helped a lot. At least it helped me a lot. And I already divided 4 sleeves, and this is how it looks. I really love the pattern. It's so nice. It's easy enough for a beginner. I love this like kind of snowflake or star motif. It's really, really nice. And I feel like for my second color work, it's not that bad. Because the first sweater was kind of like wrinkly because the tension wasn't right, and this is less wrinkly, and I think that after blocking it will be just alright. And I'm knitting it with Filcolana Pernilla. This is the colorway Marzipan, this is Cinnamon, and this green one is Retrosaria Vovó. And the colorway is number 5. I think it's number 5. And just look at those floats. I think they are good. They look good. Don't they? But I did make a mistake. And I will show you when, or where it is. And it is somewhere here. Yeah, here. Just look at that. It just needs like this 1 stitch, and here's like this 5-stitch thing, and there should be 1 stitch again. I don't know why I just made these 2 extra in green. I just misread the. I didn't misread the chart. I just wasn't focused enough, I think. So I know this is just 1 and 1. Here's like 3 stitches in green, but I think it's just minor mistake and it's not a big deal. So, and this is the size for 2 years old, but I believe it will be a little bit, it will be bigger than what my son needs. But let's be honest, my son is a really small child, because I'm a short and petite person. My husband is a short and not so petite person anymore, but he's still short. And so our children are really small. But that's good, because he can wear it this year, next year, maybe even when he's 4 years old. So that's the pattern. What else? I've been really enjoying it. I don't know, as this color work, it's not mindless, but it's still mindless enough. And I don't know, just look at it. I just love how this looks. I don't know. I can totally recommend. It's my second pattern from Jessica McDonald, and I like how she writes her patterns. It's so clear, and the instructions and just user-friendly, knitter-friendly, and also beginner-friendly in regard to color work, I mean. So if you are afraid of color work, I would totally recommend one of Jessica's patterns. She also has patterns for adults, and they're also great. For example, I wanted to knit her Ruska. I think it's Ruska sweater. It looks really nice. I think it uses worsted weight yarn, so it will knit up quickly, and you can really start there. Okay, so that's it. Okay, and I wanted to update you on my Hygge season socks. You know, I finished them, and I wet blocked them, and I wore them, and I found out they are way too big, way too big. When I stand, there's like extra fabric around my feet. So it's not totally uncomfortable to wear them, but they tend to slip. And they are really like for like bare feet. I don't know, I can show it to you. Sorry, it's dirty because I've been wearing them. But you know, just for the reference, how my hand is, how big is my hand, and how, you know, it's not a, this is the problem, you know, just how wide this is. And look at that, how wide it is. It's just, I would need like to get rid of at least like 4 centimeters right here. But I still do love them, and it's totally my fault because the pattern calls for 3.5mm needles, and I didn't want to swatch. And I was like, okay, I'm going to use, no, the pattern calls for 3mm needles, and I was like, okay, I'm going to use 3mm needles. And I looked at the, you know, recommended needles for this yarn, and it was 3.5. And I'm somehow, you know, just, I can't find the words. I just somehow, you know, switched the needle sizes, and I went with the 3.5, which is recommended for the yarn, and not with the 3mm, which was recommended for the pattern. And I believe if I had chosen the 3mm needles, it would have fit perfectly. So now I'm not sure whether I should unravel these and knit them again, or if I should just go with it how it is. I was thinking about felting it as well, but it's a superwash yarn, so I'm not sure it would felt at all. So what would you do? It's just way too big. But I can't give them to someone because, you know, someone with such wide feet will probably have like long feet, and this is short because it's my size, short and wide. So I don't know. I would really love to hear your opinion on this. Would you unravel these and knit them again, or should I just wear them how they are? I'm not sure. So this is just a quick update. Oh, the light. Oh, that's better. If you hear anything, that's just my daughter. She's sleeping here, and hopefully she will be asleep for at least 40 more minutes. Next thing is, okay, my vertical stripes sweater, and nothing new there. I just was able to knit the whole body, and I'm about to start working back and front separately, and this is how it looks. Yeah, this is the color. This is CaMaRose Lamauld yarn. So it's 50% wool, 50% llama. It's incredibly, again, squishy, but it might be even for the rib pattern, but I love it. It's kind of drapey. Maybe that's because of the llama there. And it's rustic, so soft. Oh, so soft. No, the person who wears that Lopi next to skin says this is soft, so don't take me seriously, maybe. But look at that. I think this will be amazing sweater. Yeah, so that's it. That's all. And I actually, this is my 4th ball of yarn, and I know I need like 3 more rows, 5 rows top, and I'm finished with the body. So it's kind of good. I actually have 11 balls of this yarn, and this is like 3.5. So I think I will have some leftovers, but we'll see. And I love the yarn, so I can definitely knit something else with the rest. And I think I will be purchasing some other colorways as well. I don't know, I'm not sure for which project, but I know I have to do it. Okay, my notes again. I need that. Okay, yeah. And I'm very excited because I have joined my very first KAL. I've never been a part of Knit Along, so this is gonna, mainly because I've never found Knit Along I would really like good patterns. And there's a Finnish designer, I can't remember her name, but her Instagram name is Kotikoni. I'm so sorry, it will be written somewhere here. And she designed collar, which, you know, on the warmer. And this Liblink neck warmer, it's really warm. It's really for like winter days when it's minus, like the temperatures are below 0, or it's very windy, and I needed something lighter for this autumn and spring weather. And when I saw her Pelto color pattern, I was like, oh my god, I need to knit this. I will insert a photo somewhere here. It's so beautiful. It has each side is different, so you can actually wear it in 2 ways. And when I looked in my stash, I had this BioBalance yarn from BC Garn, and it's 50% cotton and 50% wool. It's like, okay, it'll be perfect, not too warm, not too cold. Oh my god, mush. It won't be too warm, it'll be warm enough. So I swatched, and I held the yarn double to get the gauge, and then I ordered 4 more balls of the yarn to knit the collar, because I originally bought 1 skein of BioBalance to knit a headband. So I will first knit the neck warmer and then the headband. And I started yesterday. It was the official start day for the KAL, and I'm right here. So you can see there is a garter stitch edge, which I really love, and I already started this kind of like, it should be hay or something like that, this hay pattern. And I really love it. And the color is kind of like mossy green. It reminds me of some, you know, autumn fields after harvest. It really is beautiful color. And but as I said, I'm a kind of short and petite person, and this is going to be quite wide. And it should be, I think it's going to be even too long for me. So I'm thinking about, because you have this like this hay motif and like 4 repeats of it. And I think I'm going to omit 1 repeat because it's going to be too long for me, I believe. I'm not sure. But so far so good. It looks complicated, but it's not. It's actually quite mindless. So far I'm loving the pattern. It ends really quickly. It's not just stockinette or just knitting or just purling. It's, you know, you purl 2, you knit 2, purl 1, knit 1, and so on. But you can actually read the pattern from the row you knitted before, so you don't have to check the instructions all the time. It's just really like, you know, idiot proof. So that's why it is so, it can be really mindless and really enjoyable. And at the same time, you get this really nice structure. It is structure. So totally recommend it. It's just a lovely pattern. I know it's just, I knitted just a few centimeters of it, but I'm sure I still, even now, I can say the pattern is perfect. And I'm totally looking forward to wearing this. Inushka, I would check on her. Okay, should be good. I need a dream. Okay, so. Okay, Liblink neck warmer, done. Cedar pullover, done. Hygge season socks, done. Pelto color, done. Vertical stripes, done. Okay. So that's it. I think, how long is this? Okay, half an hour. Okay, so, I don't know, maybe she's waking up. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm here again, breastfeeding again. Will be another breastfeeding episode. Yes, so, that was all of my FOs and whips, and yes, I purchased. I'm sorry, there's not enough room. I purchased Plötulopi for my zipper jacket. I want to knit a zipper jacket from Petite Knit. And I decided to, you know, to knit it with Plötulopi, and I ordered it in this colorway. It's just, it's just great. They have dark gray, light gray, and gray, and this is great. And I don't know about how about you, but I just love this sheepy smell, and it's so soft and warm and rustic, and I'm like a junkie. I'm like a yarn sheepy smell junkie. I just, like, seriously, when the plates arrived, I was going around here in my stash, and I was smelling the yarn like multiple times a day. You know. Okay, so that's it, and I'm so looking forward to knit the zipper jacket. I originally wanted to knit it with Lamauld, but I couldn't get the gauge, and I know I can get the gauge with Plötulopi held double. So, oh my god, is it too weird or not? I'm not sure. I just love it. The only thing I really disliked or was upset about was it. I ordered 7 plates to... Okay. 7 plates to have enough yarn, and this is too bright. Okay. And each plate came like this, wrapped in plastic, and I'm really into ecology and, you know, organic things and such things. Just I'm really I find it really important. And so when I saw this, I was like, why? I know it's maybe necessary because this yarn is so brittle, so fragile, and it, you know, it's there to protect the yarn. But I don't know. I just find it so sad. Just each plate packed separately in plastic. I don't know. But I really dislike this. And okay. So to work. So I don't know, should I cut this or not? I don't know if I have enough time to make any cuts to the video. I would like to put some titles. But never mind. So, I thought I'm going to knit in this blabbing part of the episode, but apparently I'm going to hold my daughter. So, pojď Madamen. No ježišku, na křížku. Dobrý? Okay, so what's been going on in the last 3 weeks or so? So we, on the 28th of October, we celebrate like Czech Independence Day, I think it is in English. It's just that after the First World War, the Czechoslovakia was established as a state, and we do celebrate it. It's a bank holiday, and there are usually celebrations and some, you know, military shows and blah blah blah. And we have a day off. And actually, ready? And this year it was Thursday, so my husband took Thursday and Friday off. It was great. Oh, sorry. This episode is going to be so uncomfortable to watch. So we had this 4 days long weekend, which was really good because he could help me with the children, and you know, I'm still recovering from the C-section. It's really bad, but I never imagined that it would take so long. And oh my my goodness, okay. And yeah, that was great. And then on the 2nd of November, my son turned 2 and Ina turned 1 month. So we didn't celebrate his birthday. Actually, I wanted to tell him that, or I tried to explain to him that he's 2 years old, but he was like not interested. And we didn't celebrate it in any way yet, because my father is coming in next weekend, and I just wanted my mother or my father to be here, because just to celebrate, like, you can celebrate it in just me, my husband, and he and his sister, but it's kind of sad, maybe. And both of my parents, they live 300 kilometers away, so we don't see them that often. And I wanted him to receive gifts from at least one of them. So last year it was my mother who was here, and this year my father and his girlfriend is coming. And so we are going to celebrate his pattern. You can hear me? March. His birthday next weekend. I'm going to bake our traditional family cake, which is like a walnut cake with buttercream and marmalade in it. And he's going to receive, we gave him one gift on Tuesday, and he's going to receive the rest next weekend. So I hope he will enjoy that, because he's in, he's 2 and he's already like noticing things more, and he can even like video chat with his grandma, and he's not bored. He really wants to communicate with her and with her grandpa, which is great, because like a few months ago when he was in front of the screen and grandparents were Skyping with us or just video calling with us, he wasn't interested at all. So now I'm really great. I'm really glad he is and he wants to. And the interesting fact maybe about my son's birthday is that he was born on All Souls Day. It's a holiday in the Czech Republic. We celebrate on the 2nd of November. The 1st of November is All Saints Day, and the 2nd of November is All Souls Day. It's like, in the Western world, people do celebrate Halloween, and we should be celebrating this, which is nothing much. I don't have anything against Halloween. I think it's a lovely tradition, but it's not a Czech tradition. So I really hate when people in Czech Republic celebrate Halloween, because it's not our thing. And some trick or treat and just going in costumes on the streets. We don't do that, and we've never done that. So that's kind of thing. And I really wanted to, do something traditional. And so last year I was Googling a little bit, and I found out that that I don't know, many years ago, but just in history, people used to bake something which is they called little souls and bones, because as I said, the 2nd of November is All Souls Day, and in Czech it's svátek. Then she said, never mind, you can't even speak Czech. But like people call it dušičky, which literally translates as little souls. So they do bake little souls and bones, and it just leavened, slightly sweet leavened dough, and you just make it into the shape of bones and little souls, and you bake it, and you can eat it on the 2nd of November. You traditionally bake it on the 1st of November, and you eat it on the 2nd of November. And it's just slightly sweet, so I usually eat it with butter or marmalade. And I think it's a nice tradition. And traditionally, they used to give it to some pilgrims and some people who were living on the streets and so on. And so I kind of established this tradition in our family. So last year I baked it, this year I baked it, and I will insert a photo of the little souls and bones here, so you can see it. And that's pretty much it. And when it's All Saints Day or All Souls Day, people, it was on Tuesday, so people actually celebrated it at the weekend before already, and it's not a celebration. They just go to cemetery and they, put some fresh flowers on graves and so on. So we don't really have anything Halloween-like, and that's why people do love Halloween, because Halloween is like more like party and fun and so on, whereas our dušičky is more about grief and baking some sweet bread things you can eat or give to someone. So yeah, I understand why people are not so interested, but I'm just not that much into converting other nations' traditions into ours. So that's it, and I'm not sure whether I want to talk about something else. Maybe not. I'm really looking forward to Christmas. I'm the Advent time. It's like this Christmas time, 1 month prior to Christmas, we call it Advent. So it starts on the last weekend of November, which is like in 2 weeks. And oh my god, I'm already feeling so Christmassy, and I love this time of year. I want to decorate our flat, and I'm going to bake gingerbread cookies, because I'm sure in the Czech Republic you should bake gingerbread cookies like at the beginning of Advent time. And then during the 4 weeks before Christmas, I'm going to bake other Christmas sweets, traditional ones, so I can show it to you as well. And I would really want to knit something Christmassy. Not this year, but for the next year, I definitely want to knit Christmas stockings for my children. We don't use them for Christmas actually, but we do celebrate on the 5th. It's the 5th of December, the evening of the 5th of December. We celebrate St. Nicholas Day, and children usually get some sweets and fruit and nuts in a stocking. So I want to do it for my children next year. Some beautiful Christmassy stocking, and I'm going to fill it with nuts and fruits and so on. Some people, I don't know, when I was a child, we always perceived such things. No toys, no things really. It was all the things we could eat. It was great, and I want the same for my children. So I'm going to knit Christmas stockings, and I would really love to knit some Christmassy sweater. And I think I found a pattern. It's from the Petite Knitter. She's from Canada, I think, and she has beautiful patterns. And one is called Snowflake or something like that. And I think that if I knitted it in red and white. It will be perfect Christmas colorwork sweater. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Have you ever knitted a Christmassy garment, like stockings or sweaters or hats? I would love to know. And if you can recommend a pattern or something, a pattern you like, or you liked, or you knitted already, that would be great. You can share in the comments. And I think that's all. It's just Christmas and Advent is coming, and it's really all, I believe. Okay, and I have 52 minutes. Okay, I have news for you. On my YouTube channel, there is now this community. Like, you have different, like, pages on the channel, and there is like this community page right now where I can, write. I can post something, photos, I don't know, questions, and so on. So let me know if you are interested in this feature of the channel I have now, because if you want, I can post there, like, in between episodes, some info, or I can just ask questions, or you can participate on the content somehow. Okay, I would love to hear about this and that, and you can vote, for example, in some poll or something like that. let me know if I should share something in the community page or not. Usually I only do share my knitting stuff on Instagram. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, sun is gone. It's cloudy right now, so I hope it will get sunny again in the afternoon, so we can get out. We can go out anyways, but it's always better with the sun. And I really do love this autumn sharp sun, and in the winter sun is the best. I remember when, like, 3 years ago, we were in Helsinki. It was Easter, but it was still snowing, and it was the sea was frozen, and we could walk on the frozen sea. It was incredible. And I remember the bright sun shining, and the snow was reflecting the shine, and it was the most beautiful sun I've ever seen. A Helsinki sun during Easter. So, if you've never been to Helsinki, I totally recommend it. I hope we want to go on holiday next year in July, and we would love to go to Estonia, to Tallinn, and then take ferry to Helsinki for 1 or 2 days. And I'm hoping to buy some yarn, some Estonian yarn and some Finnish yarn, and oh my god, my husband is going to go crazy, I think, but I need to buy some really nice Finnish and Estonian wool. So that's really like future plans, but it's just what came into my mind. Yeah, I can drink. Okay, it's cold now, as usual. Never mind, I'm used to that. So, that's really all from my side. Thank you for watching, and for commenting, and for the likes, and I'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully it will be hopefully it will be possible to record it in another 3 weeks, let's say. So stay tuned. Bye.